Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast. Today we're going to be talking about and reviewing the Endless Summer Book 1. Now, before I start talking about the book, I just want to say something like this book is one of the books that released in the early days of Choices. So, and after playing this book, if you haven't played the book, then please go ahead by all means and play the book. You won't regret it. It's super awesome. Now, the artwork of this book, the character for it's a little different. You might see because I think it was in the early days of choices, so it's nothing like what we see today. I found a lot of similarity of the artwork with the book Hero, but it was great too. For instance, in the middle, if you play a diamond scene, you will see these special scenes like maybe main character is kissing someone or just holding them or someone is so there's I don't know what they call it, but those were really awesome. So props to the art team for that. Now I'm gonna talk about this story, but by all means comment below and let me know what is your experience about this book because I only talk about my part. So of course this discussion is never complete without your part or without your input that you're gonna drop in the comment section, and then we're gonna talk down below in the comment section. Now, endless summer, we see this is a college book. We college kids, we won a lucky ticket, a lottery or something, and then we got in this island called La Huerta. We go there to enjoy our vacation there, once in a lifetime vacation. We are 11 students there, but we find there's another person, one extra. So pretty much at first we see we're having a dream, and when we wake up we're in the plane, our best friend Tiago beside us. We don't know anyone other than Tiago much, but we see our love interests one by one, and they were in the dream too, so it was a little awkward. We meet our love interests, Son, then Jake the pilot, and then Queen, and later we meet Estila. So we get in this storm and we land in the island. We go to the Celestial, our hotel there, and then since the moment we land there, stuff start to happen, and really bad stuff. We see there's no one. It's a stranded island, and we're all by ourselves. And we get these dimensions. I mean, some books they have diamond scenes that just for socialization or just for romance, but in this book you have diamond scenes for romance, but still if you will get a clue in every if you play every diamond scene. So those clues are really important for the bonus scenes and at the end of the book. So that was super awesome, and you slowly find out that something's wrong with this island. It is not what it seems like. And I remember chapter by chapter how it developed, and also the different sort of characters. I would like to talk about this. Like we all are college kids, right? For instance, Zahra, I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly, and she's a different kind of person. She's hacker, I think, if we get to know her, and she had something with Craig in the freshman year. Then they went their different ways, but if we play some diamond scenes we'll know they had some spark between them, and we can still see the feeling for in their eyes for each other, and that was super awesome. So, and also Craig, who is a different personality. Alistair, sort of. I remember one. We were fighting with our friends, and he said, "I don't want to talk with lowest common denominator." So the way I don't know. Props to the writer. The way they have designed all the categories: nerd, geek, and everyone, sportsman, someone like Jake who has been through a lot, but so designing their character and putting words in their mouth, it feels like. So it was super awesome. Props to them. It brings the character to life. It all the characters are different. They have some different tastes. It's like different kind of stuff. You have Raj there who cooks really good meal. And whenever we are fighting between our friends, he brings us back with his recipes, wines, gives a pep talk. So we start uncovering mysteries, something more adventure. We just there for adventure. We find out that something's not right with this island. We saber-tooth like long extinct animals. We find out crabs, and we go. We feel like we're stranded there. We try to find our way out. We when we see this place is weird, we go to our airplane, but someone sabotaged it and it goes up in the flame. We go to the docks to board the ship. It goes up in the flame, and then we had our difference in opinions. There was Team Son versus Team Jake, and Team Jake was like, "We're here, let's chill." Team Son said, "We're gonna work hard. We're gonna get out of this place." We had an argument that was something interesting, and then we solve it. As I said earlier, Raj helps to solve this, and also all the clues we get, all the things we get to collect. It was super awesome. One thing that stood out to me how the we uncover the mysteries, the the thing that are hidden there one by one. It was not like we got everything. So every chapter ending with a cliffhanger, and every something to wait for in the next chapter. Like you can't just wait to read the next chapter. What's going to happen? You're sort of it's reaching the climax, the peak. You can't wait. That was a really good way. We don't see much in these recent choices books, but that's just one thing. So we go on with this, and finally we manage to escape, but we face the dragon halfway in the sea. It's not a dragon even, it's just a weird creature. We defeat it if we play the diamond scene, but then we come come in contact with the Watchers. Now, one of them, their leader, they look like our main character. I'm just talking about the book one, okay? So, in book one, what we see that the Watchers leader, the unmasked person, they look like our main character, and we can, if we play the diamond scene, we'll know we can get into their mind. They're speaking their own language. It's sort of they're the inhabitants of that land, but whatever language they're speaking, we can sort of understand that. And then we go back to Celestial. We lock ourselves up, but they anyway come in. We also get to know Alistair, who was there. He is the son of Everett Rourke. Everett Rourke, who owns this place. And if you collected enough things, you would know that Everett Rourke is the person who has planned this whole thing, and who has sort of tricked us into coming here and sort of blocking our escape, our route from here to our home. And he's sort of probably doing an experiment with us. And again, this is all from book one, I'm saying. So we find out Alistair is son of Rourke. But at first we are very cynical about Alistair, but then we find out Alistair was the extra person who came here who wasn't supposed to be here, but he has a rough history with his father, and that's why he's here. All he wanted was his father's love, but he never got that. And also we get to push Alistair and Grace together. We see Grace is falling for Alistair a little bit too. So if you get a diamond scene, you can do that. And then diamond scenes in this book are really important, I would say, because on in the final battle in the book one, you at the end when you're fighting with the Watchers, Raj and Grace were stuck there, and you free them if you play the diamond scenes. And then you meet a robot called Iris too. It's a hologram, not a robot. I'm sorry, my mistake, my bad. A hologram. You make it a friend, and also you have these relationship banners beside everyone's name. Forgot to mention the feature. It reminds me of America's Most Eligible. So depending on your choice, relationship would go up. So you can make anyone enemy, you can make anyone fall in love with you, you can make anyone like you. So it was super awesome. And finally, we fight with everything, and we managed to escape. But Diago finally is stuck there, and if Diago has fled them, but not completely because the whole place is inhabited by Watchers. There is a village of Watchers, so we don't know what's gonna happen with Diago. As far as the book one is concerned, we see Lila. I think Leela was her name. Yeah, Leela, who is the tour guide. She seemed to help us, but one bonus scene at the end of the book one shows Leela really just Leela, the way she looks, like she is cheerful hummingbird, as Sarah once mentions her, but she literally kicks one watcher out from the window from the 15-story building. It's just something that Leela wouldn't do. So there's a lot going on with Leela, and she knows about Everett Rourke a lot. Where is Everett Rourke? She asks. So then we get all the clues. We're little, not little, we're really heartbroken that we're missing Diego. But with Estila, Iris, and Alistair, we go to Everett Rourke's office. We find the, what do you call it? His computer and stuff. Then we see there's a 12 word password, and we need to find the 12 word. And all the documents we've earlier found out that these people, specifically Everett, was keeping tabs on all of us. So there was something written on this based on zodiac sign, and this is a different zodiac sign because the sky over La Huerta, probably it's because of time travel, but it's like what was 5 billion years ago. So we get to work, and that was a really awesome scene, I would say. Well, I almost figured it out, but I couldn't figure it out completely. So let me know, guys. How did you figure it out or by yourself? Because I was not. Like was missing 2 or 3 letters. It was really so unfortunate. But this is really creative. I saw it in Blades of Light and Shadow. We had given this. We had been given this thing to solve. I think the key was to hold it in front of a mirror, and we got this. If you can't do it, Trip will tell you the answer in Polish. So this kind of creative thing, is super interesting, and how the chapter 16 ends in book one in this book. It's super awesome. You are left with that puzzle. So solve. So when it first released, I guess a lot of people were solving it for days and days if they couldn't solve at first try, and then nobody knew when the book would release. So it was super fun, I guess. And the ending, it was a super awesome ending. It's just not a cliffhanger ending. It's literally you were hanging from the cliffhanger. You were literally dangling from the cliff. Everything's happening. It was super awesome. And besides everything, our love interest, Queen, we see if you pursue Queen as your love interest, that I did. Queen has a lot of background. She has a disease, and she's been in remission. She has had this from her childhood, but that's now coming back, and Queen fears it's probably gonna kill her. So it's like, with every heartbeat books, a lot of we saw same thing is happening with Queen. What Dakota went through, Queen is going through some sort of same thing. Now we're in a magical place, so Queen is gonna be cured in the upcoming chapters. We'll see how it goes. Upcoming books, and we have Sean, the quarterback. We have Jake, the pilot, the badass sort of, and then we have Estila, another badass, and we have a lot to know about Estila specifically because we don't know much about Estila, and she is sort of the different one from our friends. So overall, this book is super awesome. The music is super awesome. As I said, the artwork, it's quite different, but it's really good. So it's really interesting. A book from the old days of choices, but how they designed it, specifically the last chapter, the effort they put in, and the way it's really super awesome to play, to participate, not just clicking through it, but you need a pen and paper to write, pen and paper to, I'm sorry, to write those things down, because the last clue to solve it, you definitely need to write down stuff. So you need to get like proactive in your brain. It's not like, oh yeah, just you're playing, okay, this is a scene, yeah, fine, but you need to actually be proactive. Get a pen and paper, and with that pen and paper, just write down on your paper with your pen all the notes, find out this, and you've given a lot of time, solve this, and this is super awesome. I really liked it. So that's all about Endless Summer Book 1. That's my part. Now I'm really excited to hear about your part in the comment section below. Comment below. Let's talk in the comment section, and thank you guys for listening in. Just so you know, I have a Telegram channel called Pixelberry Choices Podcast. You can search it up. You can ask for the link. I'll be posting the link in the description box below. You can join there. You can have conversation about choices there, about choices books, choices characters. It's gonna be super fun there. And thank you guys for listening in. Let me know if you liked the video or not. If you liked, then like by all means. If you didn't like it, by all means dislike, and let me know why didn't you like it. Thank you guys for listening in. See you in the next video. Bye.